Hello and greetings, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Being Omni. And so today, what we're going to dive into is really understanding the auric field and really understanding the energy that we emit. And there are multiple ways that we can really understand the auric field, the energy that we give off, the presence that we emit when we walk into a room. It is really understanding our power, our strength, our desires. Now, sometimes some of us have greater energy than others. There are moments when our energy is highest, and then there are times when it's at its lowest. But how do we allow ourselves to stay consistently at certain levels? And you guys can go back to the video that I created about staying in your power. This really helps to break that down a little bit. But what I want to focus on today is do I want to do 3 or 4? Uh, the 3 or 4 layers of the auric field. You know, we have the physical body, we have the mental body, we have the emotional body, um, and spiritual body. We have all these different layers in our auric field, and understand that our auric field extends minimum 6 feet out from our body, maximum 10 feet or greater, depending on the energy that you carry, the energy that you emit. It's all about really understanding the energy that you hold here, because our chakras are many vortices that pull in and give off energy from each chakra. Our meridian system are also miniature vortices to where they pull in and give off energy and circulates throughout the body. So it's really understanding the energetic system and how the energetic system affects who we are. And the energetic system is affected by, the people that we are around, the food we eat, the quality of sleep. It's the quality of life, essentially, that really affects the energy that we give off, that really affects our energetic systems. And I say systems because there's more than one. We have our chakra system, we have our meridian system, we have our auric system. Everything is intertwined and connected. And if you don't know, there's plenty of research, plenty of things, books online that you can find to get more information about this. I'm just going to keep it pretty high level here for you guys and not really go into each system because that would take way too much time. But if you guys want, I can do a video on each system. Put in the comments below, and I can do that. But when we understand our energy and the energy that we give off, the best way to really understand that and to comprehend that is to be in a meditative state. And meditative state is not always sitting in front of an altar or taking a bubble bath, doing things to sit in this meditative state. To be in a meditative state is basically a space of heightened awareness and consciousness, and really connected to your soul, really connected to Creator, really connected to whatever it is that you believe in, to channel that energy into the body and put it out into the universe, just as I'm doing in this moment. And so when we allow ourselves to fully connect, to be fully aware, to be fully present, we then can emit the energy. We can then take care of the energy that supports us. We allow ourselves to be in the energetic space of like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I understand it. This is the flow. This is the consciousness of the energy that I wish to be in, the energy that I wish to emit. Sometimes when we hang out with our friends, there's a different energy that we give off. Sometimes when we're alone, there's a different energy that we give off. So every situation, every space gives off a different energy depending on what it is that we wish to achieve. And knowing this can better prepare you for you to enter into the space that you want to enter into. Preparing your energy, preparing your mind, preparing all that there is to emit the energy that you desire. Sometimes we listen to music, and this music helps us to prepare our energy, prepare our mind to say, hey, I'm ready to enter into this space. I'm ready to be here. I'm ready to be present. Whatever it is, whatever our ritual is, and ritual is not necessarily, having some ceremonial thing that you do. Ritual can be as simple as listening to music when you wake up, or having your cup of coffee when you wake up, or having a prayer before you go to bed. There's all these things that we do that may or may not seem ritualistic in the space of and in the context of really understanding who we are, what we do, what is happening, what's going on in our life and our world, right? And so when we begin to step into the space of awareness, see, this is key. When we step into the space of awareness, then our soul, then our being begins to shift the energy within us to be ready to enter into the space for us to emit what we need to emit, to protect what we need to protect, to heighten and to be of service. There's all these things, right? There's all these things. But when we step into the consciousness, into the space, and give direction and take control, we then can be fully aware of the power that we give off, fully be aware of the energy that we emit, fully be present here, to be present there, outward. So take care of the internal first, the external will follow. And sometimes our external does affect our internal, but the internal is key. The internal is most important, more important than anything else. And so when we surrender to the flow of the internal energy and take care of our internal presence, the external will follow. It will greet you, it will meet you, it will surrender to you because you are the master, you are the one in control of this. And so it is in that presence, in that space of mind and energy that you are taken care of because you know the energy, you know yourself, you know the love that you give, you know the presence of mind that you give, you know that when you walk into a space, when you connect with others, that you are you and you can't be anyone else. So know the energy, know your presence, know your love, know who you are, love who you are, honor who you are, be who you are. Because the energy that you give off speaks to who you are as an individual. And if you'd like to know more about these subtle energies and how they fluctuate, put in the comments below and I could do videos on these. But the most important is to really understand how the mental body works. Mental body energy, has to do with the mind, the presence of who you are, and the emotional body has to deal with emotions, and if we always fluctuating in our emotions, so will our field. And these fluctuations of energy in our field weaken the field as well. So we have to allow ourselves to stay present, to stay strong, to be aware of how we feel. And sometimes if we feel run down or disconnected, the best thing to do is rest and recharge, and not to charge into any situation that's not good for us. Because our emotions affect our mental state, and our emotions affect the emotional body and sometimes the mental body. So it's always like a chain reaction. One affects the other. So you have to be mindful and aware of what's affecting you, how it's affecting you, why it's affecting you. Take pause and be aware and see what is there for you. What is the subtle shift? What's the shift? Why did this happen? Do a little bit of investigation. Be your own detective and know what is best for you. And when you know what's best for you, no one else can tell you otherwise. You can seek guidance, you can seek counsel, and sometimes I do it as well. And it's mainly for confirmation of what I already know. And it is the purpose to really understand the design that I've created for myself. It's just in the space of really knowing and understanding my power and to stay in that energy. And for you, if you're not there yet, to find out how do you stay there? How do I allow for that energy to resonate in new and exciting ways? So be your own detective, dear ones. Love yourself, honor yourself. Be who you're meant to be, more than what you really are. Be more, do more, allow more. Till next time, beautiful ones.